What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of
FBC.
What up, y'all?
Family by Choice, where we are helping families navigate life by having real, transparent conversations. So,
Let's
what's
get it.
up,
I mean,
y'all?
so we was
What's
just
happening?
wanted to just jump right in. 'Cause
Okay.
We want
All
to
right,
let's
talk
get it.
about, like, you know, as far as marriage is concerned, were there ever any regrets
Oh my gosh.
for getting married? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to start off with Brian. Is there any time that you've ever regretted
Who chose this?
being married? To me.
Regretted being married
To me.
to you.
So specific.
Let's be clear.
Let's be clear.
So
To
specific.
me.
Because really and transparently, this is my second.
Second.
Okay.
Marriage.
Dos y
Yeah, hey
dos.
man, we just being real and transparent.
Yeah,
Real and
yeah.
transparent. Just so the folk know. Have I ever regretted being married to you? I'm gonna say the only thing about marriage I've regretted is not maturing faster within.
Nice.
Good one.
That was really good.
Nice save, B.
Yeah, that was a loader.
Good say.
Alley-oop. 3-pointer.
But no, okay. But no, in all seriousness, because I know everything that we do, everything we say, we're here to help
We are.
the people. I would say when we came back together, of course, it was a little bit dynamic.
Yeah.
How we came back together, we had been apart for 6 years. For those who don't know,
7 years.
she's my high school sweetheart, and we were together for a while. College, military, separation for 6 years.
Why do you keep saying 6?
Came back together.
Why do you say 6 years? It's 7 years.
I have a very specific calculation.
Okay, your
I think you
memory
should
is-
just go with it.
His memory is better than mine. I'll just
Very
say
specific.
Very
calculation.
specific.
Is it really that specific?
So yeah, we were apart 6.5. We'll split it.
Thanks.
All right. I think the only time I've had regrets. Now that was we weren't actually married then,
Yeah.
but when we came back together, we were very different, and you specifically you wasn't the person I remembered.
In what way, B?
Jeez.
Now, nor was I the person you remembered.
Okay,
Okay.
great. Whew, that was close.
So because we had been apart for 6.5 years.
You're right.
Oh, yeah,
And we had lived a lot of life.
You went from
We
being
went
a
from
teenager
teenagers
to
to
adulthood.
Yeah, to
Yeah,
adults.
yeah.
Young
Yeah.
adults to adults. You know what I'm saying? When we came back together, I had lived in a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
When we came back together, you had been a single mom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, when we came back together, it was a lot of unknown. Like when we came back together, the nostalgic part was like, man, got my girlfriend back.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like the love of my life
but
back.
even in our communication leading up to it, coming back together, we were in nostalgia.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. It felt good. It felt like a rehashing of
Mm-hmm.
everything that we had lost.
Yeah, yeah.
but-
It was
So like
very-
Jamie and Angela
It was
Yeah.
very much
Jerry
very.
and Angela.
from Power. You guys got that story.
Well, unfortunately, I've never watched Power.
Oh.
I will. But,
Your ghost.
okay. What? Okay.
Head.
Anyway, so, hey Siri.
Look up Power.
But no, so when we came back together, yeah, it was very different. It was very, I had to get to know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just as you had to get to know me. You know what I'm saying? Just real, I know I came back and I was drinking real heavy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But do you know why I was drinking heavy?
Yeah, I know now. I do.
Why were you drinking?
For all of us who are not on the
seriously, but
inside.
what it
Yeah.
was. No, I mean, okay, this is weird, but, I've always been a partier.
Okay.
From a young age. Like Aunt would smoke blunts constantly, That's what we did.
Right.
Old English, and all that stuff.
Okay.
But anyway,
Okay.
as we age, I go to the military, and of course we break up. She dumped me. Da 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 da. You know,
She dumped you?
Yeah, she broke up with me.
She doesn't look like she agrees with
I would
that.
say my indulgence deepened. So when we got back together, and then live life and music industry and that scene and all of that good stuff, that was just a part of the lifestyle.
Right.
Yeah.
So when we got back together, though, I left the whole life. I left for real,
Yeah.
everything
Right.
for her.
We get it.
Like literally.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I came to Atlanta and started from zero.
Wow.
Like zero.
I'm talking zero. Like
Zero.
I'm talking.
Just yourself.
Right.
I'm talking like.
Zero. Car full of
I'm talking
his
about.
things that he
But then I'm talking about like
and things that he left.
in Atlanta, starting from zero with a ashtray full of change, riding around trying to find a job. Zero.
Wow.
Talking about scratch.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm talking about putting.
For love.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah. I'm talking about like an ashtray full of change, because back then gas was a little cheaper.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
But that says a lot, bro.
Because I'm putting like $4.50 in to put in applications
That says a lot.
Sheesh.
Because as a man,
I left.
we consider that.
I left everything.
Wow.
Job, business, contacts, network, career. I could name it all. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, her feet kicking over it. Uh-oh. But yeah, I left it all for her. You know what I'm saying? I left it all for her. And so when I got here to Atlanta, it was stressful. It was different from what I expected. Meaning, yeah.
What was your expectation that it would just be me and the girl that I've loved since high school
Right.
making a life and it'll be fun.
Yeah, yeah. It
and-
was like one of those stories.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Bad we locked in because
Yeah,
pieces of that was still there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the fairy tale was still there.
for sure.
The phone calls, the kicking it late night, flexing. Yeah, I just got out the studio with Bun B.
Me and Bun just dropped,
Me and B just dropped. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Bun B. You know the song Soldier with Destiny Child. Yeah, we just did his verse.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah. But those type of conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I got to Atlanta, it was still remnants of it, but I met the woman who had lived some life and who had different walls up and different different places in her life that was hardened that I didn't know to be hardened before.
Right.
For reference, how old were you?
When I came here, 27.
Okay.
It was 2007. When I moved here, it was 2007.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, because we went to the church in 2009.
Right, I was about to say we started talking again though. I
Like
was talking,
2000.
like 5, yeah, because I was say I was 25.
Okay, so we started talking again 2005-ish. I came up and shot your EPK. Came up with
So
the
it's
big
like we had been
cameras.
talking again for like
We had been talking. We ain't been talking for no 2 years. So
it
don't
was
say that.
kind of like a year. Or
It was
so.
it was a little bit of time, but it wasn't like a locked in talk. It was on and off.
On and
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Come
It was
visit.
consistent.
Come visit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the girl I met, I remember very specifically. I believe it was a Monday evening.
At about 7:03 p.m.
It was close to that. It was dark outside. What's the issue?
Nothing.
But I do remember, it's a Monday evening. We're sitting on the couch in her mom's basement at that time. Because again, I moved to a basement as well because she had moved to Atlanta for a record deal. So she was living with her mother, and her mom had a beautiful Atlanta house.
Right.
So when I came, I was like, I could do this. Easy. I said, ATL, here I come. Yeah. But no, so we were in the basement of this house, and I remember sitting there, and Keon was watching TV at that time. He was 3 years old. He was watching TV, playing with Spider-Man figurines, action figures, and eating some baked beans because that's what he loved to eat, baked beans.
Baked beans.
Yeah, so he eating the baked beans, and I remember sitting on this side of the couch just like this, and I remember looking down to the other side of the couch at this woman that I literally left everything for, and feeling like she is not the same person.
Wow.
So
Wow.
in that moment, I was like, this is a lot.
She's not the
is
same
a
person that you
lot.
originally fell in love with.
Yeah.
Got you.
Now there was remnants of her still.
For sure.
But again, we had lived life. She had
Some
been
gaps.
a single mother.
Yeah. For how long?
saying?
So at that point, you would say that was the moment of slight regret, like, oh shoot, maybe I moved too fast because she's not who I thought
Well-
she was, or
Well, okay, so I would say, I guess, almost unfortunately, the type of person I am, when I make up my mind, I'm going to
okay,
Right.
accomplish whatever it is.
right,
regardless,
right. Mhm.
No matter the circumstance.
So
Yeah.
Keon was 3 when you came. Okay, when you came to the
So
picture.
he was 3. So, yeah, I'm sitting here. So it was never a time of, so I know we asking about a time we regretted, but this would probably be the most or the closest to regret I felt.
right, yeah,
But I knew without a doubt, for me to have done what I had done already, for me to make the moves I
You
already
win.
You
made,
felt like you was in too deep.
I was not in too deep. I just know I made my mind up,
Yeah.
and I was going to accomplish what I came to
I'm
accomplish.
committed. I've
now,
already committed.
right.
Yeah.
I'm committed.
Yeah.
Like once I
get
commit,
that.
it just is what it is.
It is
Yeah.
what it is.
And I'm going to accomplish whatever it is.
That part.
So she just happened to be what I was accomplishing at that time.
Oh. Okay. I've
There's
never heard it
put
quite
that way.
put that
What?
way.
Yes,
You accomplished her.
I accomplished her.
You accomplished me?
Okay.
Yeah.
How do you
Over,
feel about that, Mota?
Over. And I was anyway.
Oh my god,
Y'all
what's
tripping.
happening? And I'm sitting here watching it,
Like this is going to a different extreme. I don't think we're talking about the same thing anymore. What's happening? Like,
But
what?
no, but okay, so yes, I'm looking at this woman and I'm feeling like, how we gonna work through this? How we gonna work through this? But I'm willing to work through it because I'm already locked in.
yeah,
Part of my coping, I guess that's why I said part of my coping was drinking, music. I buried myself in music. I buried myself in we got a recording studio. I buried myself in the work at the recording studio because now I can, those are ego strokes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those are things that pacify. So yeah. What'd you think about that?
That's a lot.
Yeah. What y'all think about that, y'all?
It's real.
But no, that was that was
that's
the closest thing to regret that I've felt. And we had to work through that thing. And we went through hell.
Hell.
We went through hell for real.
Hell.
For real. And
It was
people
hell.
witnessed it. People around us witnessed it. It was people who visited from Cleveland and came down and rocked with us over the weekend, and we would get into it so bad that they said we never coming back here again.
wow,
We're not coming back here again because we would get into it that bad.
Wow.
It was bad.
We used to go at it like it was bad, like you know what I'm saying? Like
We never experienced that with you guys.
because
But
that's what we were coming out of when we came to the church.
okay,
Got you.
That's why it was so redemptive.
Got you.
Okay.
yeah,
That
we,
makes
we, we were
sense.
so
That's why
like,
when we came there, we was like,
we got nothing else. Guys.
okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, we need this. This is life.
Yeah.
No, we
Because
without
we-
this, I don't know what's gonna happen.
We was in a place.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Like people like
Context
that's
is
who-
everything.
Yeah, that's the oh yeah, oh my God.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We just go ham. That studio.
I'm almost afraid to hear Constance's regret now. Jesus. I'm like, yikes.
What is happening?
Are we sure we want to talk about this?
First of all, y'all brought this up. And so yeah, man. I remember you put them pliers in my face?
First of all, these pliers. Oh my.
Needle
God.
nose?
Dog, she pointed pliers in my
I
face like
pointed,
this.
but first of all, I wasn't even pointing them at his face. You know how like you had something in your hand and you just talking,
right.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
We were arguing.
We were.
You didn't
arguing,
realize
but I
you
was
had
like,
them in your hand.
The only thing he said, "You put those pliers in my face one more time."
I said,
"What?"
I said, no, I said,
You weren't even thinking about trying to hurt nobody.
I said, you putting metal in my face?
Yeah, he
You
said
put metal in my face? Like I flipped out.
He flipped out.
Like it
You
was a
put-
gun or
You
something.
put metal in my
Wait,
face?
he said it like I was like,
Right.
I was just
You put
talking
metal in
with
my
the,
face?
because the other thing, you know, he
He was
flipped.
deflecting.
It was that
He
irking
flipped
jerk.
out. Or the other time,
I was
With
with,
the,
that was irk.
all the
Doggone
was that
E and J
Thanksgiving?
Brandy.
Was it Thanksgiving?
Oh, no.
When you flipped the
Oh, my
flipped the table?
You flipped the Thanksgiving
He
table,
flipped the table
with dinner on it.
With dinner on it. It was all on the floor. I don't even.
With Mama V.
Wow.
No, we were
We were in the basement.
in the basement. You know how like you make your plate, and come downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plate, flip the table, plates on the floor.
That was the E and J too.
That was Ian. I used to call him Ian J.
Oh wow.
Your nickname
Transparent.
was E and J
Wow.
Brandy.
It was a lot, bro. It was a lot. But I'll never forget that night because Keon was sitting at that table when I flipped it. And he looked up at me like, I just remember how he looked at me.
Yeah. Oh.
Like he looked up at me like,
Yeah.
He was afraid.
I assume, yeah, because it was a freaking lunatic scene.
Yeah, it
I
was.
think it was probably so much
It was
good
dope.
that it happened after that. He probably don't even remember that.
He don't remember that.
Oh no.
He don't remember that. That was the same place I saved his life. You know what I'm saying? Gave him the Heimlich maneuver when he was choking on the peppermint
He
right in the
was
same
choking on
place
the
at that table.
Oh wow.
He was.
He remember that.
He does remember that, which is
It's pretty
interesting.
traumatic.
Yeah. So yeah, man, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
So 3 years of being a single mom.
Yeah.
How long was the previous?
Marriage.
Yeah. I didn't want to. I'm very sensitive to that.
You could say marriage.
How long was
Well,
the
the
previous
reason I
marriage?
can do the math so well was 6 years.
Oh, okay.
6 years. Okay, so
Oh,
3
that's
years
why
of
you
being a
said
single
6
mom.
years. Okay.
Everybody good?
I'm just saying. Okay.
Everybody okay? All right.
Men lie, women lie. The numbers
Math
don't
don't.
lie.
Numbers don't lie.
Math though.
So 3 years of being a single mom, 6 years of, and in that was Air Force, and out of the Air Force, now you got the studio and you're doing work at that studio where you met those
In
guys
Orlando.
in Orlando. Okay, so you got the career popping and everything, but you've got this first love, on again, off again type of relationship.
MySpace hit.
Huh?
MySpace hit.
That's
mean?
what opened it up.
MySpace. Remember?
And you was able to see.
MySpace. No, I was able to be contacted through MySpace.
Got you. So she reached out first.
Her stepsister did. Hey. Because you got to remember the how fun it was to start reconnecting with everybody.
sure.
on
I
social
remember
media.
social
You remember
media
that? It was
came
like
up.
it was like, oh man,
started
Major
he was like,
dopamine
yeah.
hit.
It's like, oh man, I see. Look so.
It was a high.
Yeah.
It was
For sure.
a high.
It was a
It was
high.
like, look how he
was
look. Oh man, I remember my
an
dog. You know
addiction.
what I'm saying? Like everybody started
Pictures, yeah.
reconnecting.
I got
Going
you.
through everybody's pictures,
Yeah.
listening to the music they
The
got on their
music on there.
profile.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Looking at the colors, how they did they page.
Exactly. Do the background and all
Right.
that. So yeah, she hit me up. Her stepsister hit me up.
Got you.
And so when her stepsister hit, I was, oh snap, what's
Right.
up? Blah, blah, blah. You know, she got a son. She showed me a picture of her son. She said,
The
so now-
stepsister had a son.
So now, you know, we're going back and forth. It's good conversation.
Yeah.
And then,
How's Jamie?
what's up with Jamie?
And that was it.
For those who don't know, my wife Corinne, her government is Jamie. Well, Corinne is her government as well. It's her middle name. But what's up with Jamie? Oh, she good. She got a son. Oh, for real? That's what's up. Da-da-da. Send me a picture.
Was it just a that was up, or like did it hit you like
I mean, it. I guess it was kind of like, oh wow, but it wasn't like a what? 'Cause
Right.
I'm in a marriage.
Yeah.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty much like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
even though even though I still got her name tattooed on me, but
can
you
you
know,
cover that up? Can't put a rose over that.
but yeah. So then she hit me up like, I said, yo, what's up, Jane? She said, yeah, he got a son. I said, send me a picture. She sent me a picture of her son. Oh, okay, that's what's up. Send me a picture of Jamie. Now, here's the thing.
What?
Now, she was not the girl I remembered in many ways, because when she sent the picture to me, this girl a full-blown recording artist. And I was like, yo, I'm talking about.
The little tomboy you remember.
I said, oh, snap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She done dropped a baby, so she got some plickety plow to her. But snap back right.
Snap back right. My
She snapped back
game
right.
was fire.
I was like, yo, okay. Huh. Okay, she doing good. Look like.
Don't get it twisted.
Like, she doing good.
Yeah, but
Like,
then,
she
you know,
all
we just,
right.
you know, we talk, but then suddenly she probably told her that she hollered at me, and then next thing you know, we exchanged numbers. And now, well, first of all, we got on MySpace. Oh, so you an artist? And I mean, that's not a surprise. She was an
Yeah.
artist when we was growing up, but now it's like, oh, you in Atlanta, you got a recording
Stuck with it.
deal.
Yeah.
You got, you know what I'm saying? Dang, that's what's up. You know what I mean? Not that I'm surprised, but
Remember
now,
when?
Yeah, but now I'm like, shoot, because now I'm the beginnings of the media man now.
Right.
So I'm shooting music videos.
You
I'm
thinking
editing.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, shoot.
Yeah.
Nah, that's how I hit her. I was
Yeah.
like,
It was.
shoot. I'll come up there. I'll shoot you an EPK. You don't know. Oh, it's an electronic press kit. I'll come up there. We'll do some interviews. We'll do some B-roll. That means some behind the scenes stuff. With your MySpace, you need a better popping MySpace page. Let's put some music on your
Trying to show
MySpace
what you
page.
became.
Design her MySpace.
Like legit.
Design, like,
What was crazy is that all the stuff that he could do, I was like, first of all,
When did you start doing
What?
all of this?
yeah. So
it
that was all surprise
crazy.
to her though.
It was crazy.
That's all surprise to her. So I came back equipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I came back skilled. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving a certain way now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not the same young man she remembered.
Right.
The little high school bad
Thugging it.
everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm like, wow.
This
Look
guy.
what happened.
This guy,
Look at the butterfly. The worm has evolved.
literally has become like a pretty awesome guy out here.
He can do everything I need him to do.
That's what I did. I came up.
Ironically,
Right.
strange.
So yeah, they needed
The
everything
love
I
was just a
doing.
plus.
Yeah, so we connected again on the music.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So the music was like,
It was business.
It was the music. It was business. It was the music. It was, I came up, brought the camera, brought the, boom, boom, boom. I'm sitting here doing flyers right here on the spot.
Quickie beat.
Yeah, he was quick key B still.
You know what I'm saying? Doing all that. Yeah, I was still quick key. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Just killing it. Photo shoot, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's how that sparked. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then it just the lanes merged from there.
So that was the enticement before the regret, before the second guessing.
That was before the move in.
Correct.
So that was the fun. The
Yeah,
culmination
because
of
there
it.
was a
fun. It was-
lot that was.
And I'm coming, and you
happening.
got to think, when I came to Atlanta, and that was like 2006. Atlanta was still old Atlanta.
Yeah.
It was like, it had a vibe.
Yeah. It's like the Mecca.
Driving up, seeing the So Deaf sign was still up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh snap, this is like,
Legit.
nah, this Atlanta. Like, this is
Yeah.
black
The Mecca.
Mecca.
Yeah.
So it was just a feel. Like I was up, so I was in love. I saw the skyline. I'm seeing how everybody moving. It was just beautiful. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm like, man, okay. And I remember I told her, I said, this city is ours.
Yeah, he did.
That's
That was
and
before
I
the
was
move.
Yeah, that was. We was in the back seat of the what was
the
it? Of the
Navigator.
Navigator.
backseat
And I
of
was
the
just kind of
Navigator.
like,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, 'cause I'm looking out the window. Her,
So in that moment,
her music was playing.
all types of stuff is popping up emotionally.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
my
man,
God,
it was
what?
running around.
Connections are coming
'Cause
back
I really,
up.
I
Yeah,
really
for
feel
sure.
like I mean, not even considering not even taking into account just the regular staple that he had in my world. Period. You know what I mean? There was I couldn't move on in life without him. Even even growing up, even though I was moving on in life, he was still very much a staple in my world.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Which was, just odd in itself. But that aspect, along with the reconnection aspect, heightened our senses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
sensitivity to each
excitement.
other.
yeah,
And,
we were very. It was very nostalgic. It was very highly driven, highly affectionate, highly emotional. Like
Yeah.
we were living in a
Everything was
dream
sensitive.
almost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We were just like,
I
this
get
is
it.
the dream.
Yeah,
I get it.
It was a dream.
It was literally like a dream for like from probably from that moment, just off and on. Even though we weren't like, I'm pursuing you, you know what I'm saying? You're pursuing me. It was more we were communicating or connecting just in the areas that it's like we uncovered another layer of ourselves too during that time, because there was things that I saw in him and I'm like, oh wow. I'm seeing
were
him as an
introduced.
adult. I'm seeing him as a man. I'm seeing him as a entrepreneur or as a businessman. All these different things I did not know.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
That's real.
So I'm falling for him in a different way than I've ever felt. You know what I'm saying, before. So that was fun. You know what I mean? That aspect was just like, wow. Like, how can this get even more
Than
solid than I already felt? It
Yeah.
opened up another layer, like another, chapter to us, I would say.
Wow.
So it was a very high, senses were very much heightened throughout that time. And then I think more so closer to the time where we started talking even more, and then we started, we would talk along the lines of what if, you know what I mean? Or could we? What would that be like?
It start, I'm flirting. I'm like, man, listen, I'll take care of you and your son.
Yeah, like that type
You
of
know
thing.
what I'm saying?
On the E&J?
I'm in Orlando though at that time. I'm still clear as far as,
Okay.
I'm flexing.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm living this life in Orlando,
Right.
and I'm like, what you need? You need your phone bill paid? Hey, I'll take care of you and your son.
I think
nothing.
you
Like, you know
paid
what
my
I'm
phone. I think he paid my phone bill at that
paying
time.
the phone bill. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you know what I mean? But,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
It was slowly but surely building
It
up.
was. Our conversation.
it's a slippery slope. Wow. It's a slippery
Bro,
slope.
our conversations got more and more, you know what I'm saying? That we started talking, considering, even though I was still talking to somebody. Of course, he's, still in the situation. But the more conversations that we had, the more we started to see and consider and think, you know what I'm saying? We like, well. You know what I mean?
Should we?
Well.
And then I remember,
So, I
when I
mean,
came up
well.
there, remember we went and looked at an apartment.
Well,
I came and visited.
Oh my goodness, I forgot.
On 138. It wasn't
We
138 to
totally
me then,
did.
but I was like, you know what? Let's go look at an apartment.
Yep. I feel like that probably was the
That was a
turning
lot.
point.
That was a lot.
There's a
That
lot.
probably was the part where we probably
could do this.
So-
could make this happen.
So you've got the situations individually. Mm-hmm. Well, let's start from scratch. Started off together in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Childhood sweethearts. You resisted him at first. He was very persistent. Mm-hmm. Won you
Always
over.
persistent.
Won you over. Went from ignoring him to braiding his hair. With the song, what was the song?
Don't you wanna be?
Okay. So you go from that, and then you go to the Air Force. And
Well, she went to college
I went to
first.
college
Then I
first.
went.
you went to college. How long were you going?
4 years.
No, I'm saying before he went to the Air
Oh,
Force.
I was gonna
Probably a
a
year.
year.
8 months, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something.
So 8 months of no Jamie, cold turkey.
yeah. And she was like, for real, my road dog.
I already know.
Cleveland.
I'm already knowing. Y'all was riding in the car with the radio, right?
Yeah, she was my road dog.
I remember. Y'all was going to different spots, going
Besties.
from east to west
Yeah,
Cleveland.
east to west.
East 99 is still his fame.
Yeah, we was all up and down.
Right.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you leave for 8 months. There was a prep for that?
For
Yeah, she
college.
was getting ready
No,
for
as
college.
far as between you, hey, I'm getting ready to go out of
We knew
state.
that.
I mean,
You
we
know
ain't
I was
really like prepare like maturely.
We didn't know.
Yeah.
No,
You know what
we
I'm
did
saying?
not.
Where was college?
I was like
was-
45 minutes away.
Oh, that ain't. That's
but-
in town.
well-
it's like Stockbridge in my house.
Well,
is.
but it's a different mindset
Yeah.
when you've never been 15 minutes down
Yeah.
away from your
More than
That part.
Yeah.
it's a
Okay.
whole situation.
So, and I'm just trying to give context to our viewers. So
I'm lying. It was like an hour 45.
It was definitely an hour and 40.
that's still like from here to my house.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, now that we're
With
looking at it
traffic.
now, Yeah.
We're driving.
If you come at 2 o'clock, it's gonna take you about an hour.
That was the trip.
Okay.
But growing up and never leaving Gobby Road.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
you're like, wait, what?
that's how Clayton County was.
Yeah.
Because Jonesboro from Old National is really like 25 minutes, but it seemed like forever.
Exactly.
So I get it. Okay, so you were gone for 8 months. During that 8 months, while you're gone, you go to the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and she's gone for 4 years. You're gone for 4 years.
My enlistment was 4 years. But
Your enlistment was 4 years.
Yeah.
And then you get out, you go to Orlando, you start living life.
Mm-hmm.
She has a kid within the 4 years of college.
After 4 years. Of
After
college.
the
I was in
dope.
grad school.
So after grad school, you have Keon. You knew of Keon's dad when you was in Cleveland, but y'all wasn't like cool and nothing like that. He was like a lame or something. What was it?
super light.
Cut it
Okay,
out.
huh?
Oh my
So
gosh.
bad.
Oh,
I don't wanna- 'cause
let's
this is-
stay
I
on
said it.
topic.
No.
Stay on topic.
No, don't say that.
No, we won't say that. He can edit it out.
Edit that out.
I'm not editing anything. I don't have time to edit.
Okay. Just kind of splice it.
Stay on topic.
I'm trying to give people a context. Jesus.
OMG.
Because they hear these things and we know these things, but it's okay.
Okay.
So you get married, she has a kid, you link up on MySpace when it first hit because her stepsister reached out to you. Hey B, what's going on? Love you, love you. Boom, boom, boom. Send me a picture. Oh, she has a son. Boom, boom. So just like, and I'm bringing it to that point because it's like, just like when you hear a song, when a song is connected to a era of time in your life, all of the emotions start come flooding in. So I'm visually, I can put myself in your shoes to what happened when you describe it. It's like, so it's like, oh man, you had a wife and you had this and this. I was like, no, you don't understand.
Yeah.
When you have an attachment to a person that goes away and then it finds itself coming back to each other, that's hard to deal with.
No, for sure.
That
hard
is
to fight.
It's hard to fight. We're human.
Yeah.
So it's like oh man, you should have did this, you should have did that. Man, hey, I hear you.
Yeah.
But
And then especially when you walking through a dolo, like when you don't have counsel around you to say,
no
probably
mentors.
like,
You
hey,
probably
right.
shouldn't
hey,
be
B,
reaching out.
hey, B,
Yeah.
you might want to chill.
Right.
Yeah.
Like mentorship, that's what mentor.
Right.
That's
For
what
sure.
that's what accountability do.
Yeah.
That's what.
Exactly.
Hey man, what you
Yeah.
what you
Right.
doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But when you don't have that around you, because just the circumstances of who everybody is and what
Yeah.
everybody doing,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just I remember Chip thought I was losing my mind, but he was
Like legit.
yeah, he was like, "Yo, B, what you?"
I remember him saying something about it.
Nah,
Yeah.
for real. Like
When
Chip
he was
thought I
describing his version of that same
watching
story,
it from that
it's a little
side,
different.
Yeah.
watching
I was
it from
like,
his
oh,
side.
yeah, that does make sense the way you say it like that. But
Yeah.
we're talking about regrets that you may have. And one of the things that I'm seeing is even in a nostalgic reconnection, no one is trying to intentionally show flaws or show the gory parts. Nobody posts,
for sure.
my kid is in summer school.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They post first day of school. You graduated with honors. Nobody's posting. My son got kept back 4 times. He's 30. He's in the 12th grade. Nobody's posting that, right? So that's not the highlight. So you guys end up coming back together, getting married, and the regret comes in when you go, the nostalgic that I originally connected to on the reintroduced, there was more to it.
So yes, but it wasn't when we got married that happened.
Yeah, it was before.
That happened before we got married.
Got you.
So in this conversation, the closest that I can relate to that is when we came back together and we were different people.
Got you.
Now, by the time we got married,
You was locked in.
I mean, we was first of all,
You brought God in.
our whole life changed.
Yeah.
Like everything about us
Yeah.
was changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes so much more sense.
So
Yeah.
it was this was a new roller coaster ride for us. That was
Mm-hmm.
a new exciting adventure
Yeah.
to now meet each other with God in the center.
Yeah.
And now look at the people that you impact as a result of.
Yeah.
The people who
The
saw
people
you.
like. I don't think we have students that don't come back and where's Brian?
Yeah.
Wow.
10 years later.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? 12 years later. You know what I'm saying? Or how a song Mocha sung, you know what I'm saying, resonated and pulled them out of a bad or dark place that they were in, man. So it's the epitome of God uses something bad. He doesn't cause the bad, but he will use it for his good, for him to get the glory in. So what I see now from you guys is, man, God is getting the glory from you guys as union. Like
And-
straight up.
And one thing that I do know is, okay, so we talking about God getting the glory from our union. God ordained our union from the beginning.
For sure.
It just took going through all that.
We took
Detours.
detours. I went on a detour.
Yeah.
Not taking nothing away from anybody
Right.
involved in that detour.
I got you.
Sure.
She went on a detour. Our union was supposed to be from the beginning
Yeah.
sure.
because it was already there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we 285'd it.
The thrill of the detour. The thrill of the detour.
freaking-
That's real because grace, it's like God's protection system. It's like the GPS. So when you get off track or when you go take a detour, he reroutes you. And that's exactly,
It was
We
a literal
were rerouted.
you were rerouted.
We were.
Not
Yeah.
only was it like it was a rerouting, but as soon as we came back together, it was mission field.
For sure.
Yeah.
God said, "Okay, now go.
Now
Right.
go.
This is what I need from y'all."
And it's still happening. It's
still-
it's still
it's still-
becoming.
Yeah.
It's not like you guys are like at the end of it or that's the end of the
Yeah.
story.
Right.
No, it wasn't a period, it's a comma. So there's still life still happening, man. I still don't believe you guys have reached the full potential of the people that you'll impact.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Without a shadow of a doubt, I know that's not the truth.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited to be, in covenant with you guys. I think we are excited to be in covenant with you guys, man, because the story is a beautiful story. But I think the bad parts of the story adds character to the
Sheesh.
overall story.
Listen,
I
y'all.
think it does too. Because
Oh, my
even when
gosh.
we tell, certain just pieces of the story, people are always like, or they're like, and then what?
and then what?
And then what happened after that?
How did y'all get here?
How did that? So why is this not a movie? Or
Why
what?
is this not-
Exactly.
Because this is wonderful. You know, I'm just like, well,
So, babe, do you have any regret? Did you have any regrets with me?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
Gonna have to split this one up in two.
one.
So let's do this. This is what we'll do. Hey guys, this has been a piece of the Lanes story of, only from my perspective, regret. Because I know it was still another part, but time has gone.
Yes.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stamp this right here.
Part
and we're
one.
gonna come back with a part two, and we're gonna pick up with Constance and as far as how she regretted marrying Anthony.
That's not. What I
and then
said.
with and then with Mocha with what she regretted about
Brian.
Hey guys, so this
Stay
has been
tuned.
another episode. This is part one of Living
Part
with
one.
Regret. Hey man, we coming back. Part two. Peace.
Peace.